was it?
Well, actually, the name Fatal1ty with the 1 aspired from having a T1 connection. So I used to play back when I used to have dial-up, and I used to have my name Fatal1ty with the I on all the servers. But when I went to the internet cafe, I wanted to differentiate my dial-up connection stats versus my T1 stats. So with the dial-up, I was like top 13 on the server, but with the T1 line, I was number 1. So for me, as soon as I got broadband at my home all the time, I was like, well, I guess I'll just keep it because I'm always using broadband now. So I just kind of kept it. It was kind of a, I mean, you know, leet speak, so it was kind of just to have it in there, and it's kind of fit pretty well. For me, you know, I've played, I was really the first ever professional gamer in the sense like I dropped out of school, and I also quit my job to become a full-time gamer. So my goal was to play games full-time, right? And I was able to do that, and I've been doing it ever since 1999. So I went on from that to create a business, a licensing business, Fatal1ty brand, in 2003, selling mouse pads, and then eventually evolved to motherboards, sound cards, headphones, power supply units, and mouse and keyboards, and a lot of other products. So I was able to create a multi-million-dollar business selling products like this. And from there, my goal really when I started the company, even selling mouse pads, my goal was to give back to gaming. In the sense like I've always tried to promote gaming to the max. So in the sense like I'm always trying to, I sponsored 5 guys to travel to Las Vegas for a tournament. I'd pay for their hotel, airfare, and everything. And this is only when I made $50,000. So I'm basically, the money I make, I'm spending it right away on the gamers, you know? And that's something kind of I've always aspired to do and to continue to do with my business. And, I'm like, I was able to create a brand, and people just, they really enjoyed my story and so forth over the years. And my biggest thing was just to give back and help the community grow. So growing esports, showing good sportsmanship when I'm at tournaments. I'd always shake your hand before and after the game. So a lot of people really took notice of what I was doing and leading the way for future pro gamers. Actually, it's my very first time to Romania. I know I have a pretty good fan base here. I know a lot of people here played Quake, so they have the history of watching a lot of my demos and video of me playing Quake 3, and so I feel like I've always wanted to come here, just like many other countries I've always wanted to attend to. I just got my first time to go to Indonesia recently, went to Poland, so my chances to come to countries I've never been to before, and this being my first time to Romania, it's very exciting for me because I get to meet different gamers from different parts of the world. And when I created my company, I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to travel to every country and play video games with other gamers, and I want to bring my product there. And my goal right now is, with the new project I'm working on, is to help grow esports here in Europe and different places as well through some other ideas I have to give back. Well, when I was doing it, people were doing it as a hobby. It was, they still went to school, they still went to work, and they just played 4 to 6 hours a day. I was trying to show, like, hey, if you train 8 hours a day and you keep it, you treat it like a job, you can actually make a living at it. So my message was that I wanted to show that you can make a living playing video games. Of course, there's very few number of those people back then. I mean, I was one of the very few in the world that could do it. But now you look at today, what I did back then, trying to set the bar as high as I possibly can for other gamers. Because like I got a lot of offers for a lot of different deals, and I always made sure I took the highest deal I could possibly take, because I know, like, if I don't take the biggest deal or approach it very professionally, I'm not setting a path line for other pro gamers to follow. In the sense, like, if I would have took a deal for, oh sure, I'll go wherever you want and I'll just wear your shirt and jersey and that's it. Where would other gamers be today? They're making $2,000 a month or $3,000 a month being sponsored. So I really try to make sure I always set a very professional image for the professional gamer, and I always knew that if I did the right things, then it would help in the future for gaming. So that's where I really I don't think people notice what I did a lot on the way here, is that I always try to set the stage for other gamers. Well, you know, in 1v1 in solo playing or in dual play, it's all up to you. In the sense, like when you go into the game, it's all about you winning. And then for team play, I actually played team play for 4-on-4 in Quake 3, and we won all the championships for like 2 years running. And but the money was not as big because you're splitting between 4 or 5 guys. So the splitting the money was always a downfall of team play. Well, I think, you know, I played sports my whole life, and I think from playing competition of sports, I know how to train and prepare myself for tournaments, and I love competition. So being competitive, I have a lot of guy friends that I used to compete with all the time in all kinds of sports, and gaming was something I just did as a hobby at nighttime. And you know, I think to be a top professional gamer, you have to. I think if you're a great athlete, you can be a great gamer. If I start today, I mean, obviously it's training endlessly, you know, 8 hours a day, being involved in the online community, watching demos, making demos, letting other people see demos of how you play, travel to tournaments in your area, play online tournaments in Europe as much as you can, and then eventually hopefully get a sponsor from Romania to fly you to a world championship. I mean, it's cool, but you know, so I'm trying to do a lot of things right now for all of gaming. You know, I really want to help gamers. I don't care if you play sports games or PC games or Xbox games or whatever game you play. I'm trying to help all gamers in every which way right now. I play Mario Kart. I play all those games. So I play a lot of games. Top 3 for QuakeCon. I mean, I think Cooler should probably win one, right? So. Yeah, I mean, Cypher would be up there as well, and then Sparty. So those are my 3 main guys. I'm rooting for Cooler though. I'm rooting for Cooler. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, cool. Thank you very much.